He wants to have the power to attack American citizens. And he will. And you're going to vote for the end of our country as we know it.
I heard this 8 years ago, 4 years ago.
They overthrew democracy when they threw Joe Biden out.
And she supports policies that will aid me specifically as a woman and as a member of the LGBT community.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Hello guys, how are you? What's up? I hope you are doing well. Today we are watching a video of a social experiment between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Who is the favorite personality of people and what people want to next president of USA? So don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. So let's start the video.
He wants to have the power to attack American citizens. And he will. And you're going to vote for the end of our country as we know it.
I heard this 8 years ago, 4 years ago.
They overthrew democracy when they threw Joe Biden out.
And she supports policies that will aid me specifically as a woman and as a member of the LGBT community.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Well, I just voted, come to find out.
I'm here in the great state of Pennsylvania. This is the most important state in the entire election. Out of all the 7 swing states, Pennsylvania holds the most electoral votes at 19. Most likely, whoever wins the state of Pennsylvania will win the election. Right now in Poly Market, the election is getting closer. As of right now, Donald Trump has a 65% chance of winning on a national level, and he has a 61% chance of winning here in Pennsylvania. And in this video, we're going to be going all across Pennsylvania. We're starting off here in Pittsburgh. We'll then be going to Lancaster, then ending this video off in Philadelphia. It's going to be extremely important to see who these people are going to be voting for because, like I said, these people will most likely determine who wins the election. And now let's go interview the people here in Pittsburgh as to who they're going to be voting for. Who are the people of Pittsburgh going to be voting for, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Kamala I'm more on Kamala's side.
I'm also voting for Kamala Harris.
Who are you going to be voting for?
I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I want to see change. I want people to be free. I want people to be equal, and I want women to have the rights for their bodies.
Are you going to be voting for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Harris.
Are you going to be voting for Donald Trump or for Kamala Harris?
I'm really not sure, actually. I'm registered to vote. I'm just on the fence. Probably Harris.
So what makes you more leaning towards Kamala Harris at this point?
Well, Trump's criminal now, so, I mean, criminals don't get positions like that, I don't think. But wouldn't be fair.
What if he wins on appeal? Would you regret your vote then? If it comes out that he was innocent?
Probably not.
And who are you going to vote for?
Kamala Harris.
And what makes you want to vote for Kamala Harris?
I feel like she will do more for us, especially for girls and stuff. Like Donald Trump is trying to ban a lot of stuff from women's rights.
Who are you voting for, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Kamala.
And why Kamala Harris?
She supports the policies that I agree with, and she supports policies that will aid me specifically as a woman and as a member of the LGBT community.
Do you think Donald Trump's a threat to the LGBTQ+ community?
Yes.
Were you part of that community when Donald Trump was president?
Yes.
And did you ever feel like your rights or you were being discriminated against?
Yes, I felt very,
And in what ways?
I felt very uncomfortable to talk about liking girls when he was president because he scares me a little bit.
You were afraid that Donald Trump was going to come talk to you about it and
He's
say, hey,
come
come
to
on.
my house and attack me.
From what I've seen, it doesn't seem like he's going to take away any rights. People are still going to be able to get married. People can still love who they want to love.
I think it's definitely a guise so he can get elected, and then when he gets elected, I feel that his policies are going to get more extreme towards the communities that he doesn't like women, LGBTQ.
What would be extreme of him to do?
Like abolishing gay marriage would be a little crazy.
You think he would do that?
I think he would attempt to start it and attempt to finish it.
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Donald Trump.
And what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
I'm voting for him because I'm scared about the future of the world and this country. And I used to be afraid to say it, but I think we're in a very dire state right now where people do need to be honest.
Who are you voting for?
Trump.
Why do you think we're not seeing so much support for Donald Trump right now?
Because they don't want to say Kamala Bala.
And who are you voting for?
Kamala.
Why are you voting for Kamala Harris?
Because she's real. And Donald Duck, he's a duck. And he's not an honest person. And I don't vote for liars.
Biden and that lady let everybody in here, the immigrants, and they taking over everything.
How does that make you feel when you see migrants getting treated better than homeless veterans?
Very, very bad. It is, because there's people that's on the ground, that's sleeping, there's kids that's not being fed, and they're doing the immigrants first before they even thinking about us.
I vote for Trump, baby.
You know,
that's who I vote.
Yeah, they're not really for, the other party, it's not really for us. I want to vote for Trump.
Who are you voting for in 2024?
Harris.
What makes you want to vote for Kamala Harris?
Because she's helping us out with the medication, my insulin and stuff.
Who are you voting for?
Donald Trump.
And why are you voting for Donald Trump?
I think he a better president than Joe Biden. Joe Biden, that nigga need to be in the nursing home.
They trying to take over with the Democratic, and they ain't really doing nothing for us here. They poverty pimping us. They don't want us to get much, or crime rate is high, or brothers is killing each other, or mothers is crying, and babies is dying. And we're tired of it. I'm tired of it. That's why I'm out here on public, on Front Street, letting people know to vote for Trump.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Kamala.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Trump.
And what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
Because respectfully, women should not be president. Respectfully, that's not a woman's job.
Who are you voting for?
Voting for Harris.
And what makes you excited about voting for Kamala Harris?
Well, I like the way that she's thoughtful about decisions when she makes them.
You yourself, as a woman, are you going to be voting for Kamala Harris or for Donald Trump?
No, I'm not voting for Kamala. I'm voting for Trump.
And as a woman, what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
Because he stands for the people. He's not paying other countries money and not taking care of us. Like you can see, like from the hurricane, she donated all that money to other places, but not them.
With how the situation was handled with Hurricane Helene, do you think a lot of people that were going to be voting for Kamala Harris, especially in these swing states like North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Georgia, do you think they're going to be voting red now with how they saw how the federal government handled Hurricane Helene?
I mean, it depends how brainwashed they are, honestly. I mean, if they were smart, then they would see the truth, but I don't know.
If Kamala Harris is elected, where do you think we'll be come 2028?
I mean, she said it herself, nothing's going to change. She wouldn't do anything differently than Joe Biden, so it's only going to get worse from here.
How are you tracking the election this year? Do you trust in the polls?
I know they were definitely rigged before, and I've been looking at that Poly Market.
Yeah, so what I actually use is Poly Market. Actually, in the link description down below in this video, people can go to use Poly Market. They can download the app, and from Poly Market, they can actually see like up-to-date forecast. Do you have the app downloaded on your phone?
I do not.
Okay, yeah, so they recently just came out the app as well. You can go ahead and download that. So you can download the Poly Market app, and right now it says Donald Trump has a 65% chance of winning the election, and then here in the state of Pennsylvania, he's marked to have a 61% chance of winning, and it changes every single day. And you guys, I just want to reiterate how simple it is to download the Poly Market app. You can go down in the description down below, click the link, and you can go ahead and download it. I love Poly Market because you can actually literally go state by state and click as to who people think is going to be winning this election and the probabilities of Donald Trump or Kamala to win. You can even see a presidential forecast where you can see how it has changes and how it is consistently moving as we get closer and closer to the election date. I promise you guys are going to want to have the Poly Market app on your phone. And this video is just getting started. This is going to get interesting. And now let's keep talking to people here inside Pennsylvania. Who are you voting for?
Trump.
And what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
My son works in the steel mills, and I just feel that he's better with our economy, with our money, everything. He's on point.
Who are you voting for?
Kamala. Honestly, I'm probably go with Kamala.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Kamala.
Who you guys think is going to win the election?
Pretty sure Trump will.
Will you be voting for Donald Trump?
Yes, absolutely.
What makes you want to vote for Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris?
I just think economy-wise, he's better for our country than she is. I don't believe anything she says. I don't believe the border's safe. I don't think we're safe.
Who do you think is going to be better with foreign policy and as far as getting respect from other countries?
Harris.
We are now here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This is another critical location here in Pennsylvania. Let's see who the people here are going to be voting for. Who do you think will be best?
I will be voting for Kamala. I work in an abortion clinic and I manage them throughout PA, so I think it's super important that women have access to health care.
And who are you guys going to be voting for?
Well, Trump.
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 And who are you going to be voting for?
Trump.
And what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
Because I don't like Kamala Harris's policies.
Who would you vote for?
The girl.
What's her name?
I don't know her name, but I'd vote for her.
With the upcoming election, who are you going to be supporting, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Trump.
Who are you voting for?
I'm going to vote blue.
I'm voting for Harris.
And who are you going to be voting for?
Trump.
Would you like better any Donald Trump or any Joe Biden?
Trump. This country's a shithole.
Yeah, what makes you say this country's a shithole?
Well, I mean, look at the economy. That speaks for itself. I mean, when Trump was president, you could afford to do stuff.
Right now, they say the economy is at an all-time high as far as the stocks goes.
That's crazy.
The stock market's at all-time high, but if you try to go buy stuff at the grocery store, different story.
Yeah, what's a gallon of milk? $8, $6, something like that. That's crazy.
Do you have a family?
I got 2 kids, yeah.
So you have 2 kids. How much more are you having to spend every month on things for your children than you were when Donald Trump was president?
It's crazy. I mean, the price of everything's up, but just because you raise minimum wage doesn't mean anything, because the price of just living is going up. It's a shame. This country's. If Trump don't get in, we're fucked. We're gonna go to war.
Does that worry you, knowing that you have kids and that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is. I feel half the time I feel bad for even bringing kids into this world, because how you can be okay with how this country's being ran right now is. It pisses me off.
What do you think we can expect if Kamala Harris wins? We're seeing a lot of support from her here in Pennsylvania.
I don't even know. I can't. We're screwed. Just say that.
We voted for Trump.
And would you like Donald Trump to continue with some of the things that are going on here in America, such as free sex changes for illegal immigrants?
I hope that changes.
I'm going to vote for Trump.
Who do you think wins the state of Pennsylvania come November 5th?
Trump. When the country does well, people know it. When the country's not doing well, people know it.
I just heard yesterday that 180,000 Amish are registered now because of what happened last year.
And who are you voting for?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Are you Amish? Can I ask? Awesome.
Yep.
And so the Amish are going to be coming out to vote this year?
Some of them, yeah.
What has caused so many of the Amish to register to vote this year?
Probably just they want to get out and vote and make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you guys been affected this past 4 years underneath the Biden-Harris administration?
I would say definitely. Yeah. One way is that with Trump, the Amish.
So guys, here is the video we're watching. The Donald Trump lover says Kamala Harris is not perfect, and the people who love Kamala Harris, who they are saying Donald Trump is killer of democracy and he is not perfect for USA. What do you think about this video? Please tell me in comment section. Okay, meet up next video. Goodbye.